Well, have a look at this. Jaden Yuki is going to take on Duelist Kingdom, as did Rebecca before him. As we see, Sylvan Water Slide. Alright, so Jaden Yuki, it's a series which I had in mind, and quite a few people were keen for it as well, so here it is. Over the next 16 weekdays, we will see a Jaden Yuki match every day, as we did with Rebecca. I am very much intending to take Rebecca through Battle City as well, maybe with a little bit of an updated deck on Becca, as we see, what's it called? Upstart Goblin. Put in, instead of a Pot of Greed, as we see Elemental Hero Blazeman has come to the field. So I've had to try and pick Elemental Heroes that aren't too broken in terms of Duelist Kingdom's strength and what they will be able to deliver. There's Legendary Sword and a Reload, as well as Elemental Hero Wildheart and Elemental Hero Prisma. So Prisma was put in because you can use it as a substitute for fusion materials. And yes, I did put quite a few of them in for Jaden. He's only got 3 polymerizations. I didn't give him Fusion Gate. Now, you may be thinking, well, won't this be too easy for Jaden? So I was thinking about that as well. So in Jaden's deck, there's no Dark Hole, there's no Fissure. He's got a Monster Reborn. There's no Trap Holes. So basically all of those trumping cards that are used to clear the field and absolutely obliterate what's on your opponent's side that were released in Duelist Kingdom, they're not in Jaden's deck. So that's how I'm balancing him out. If Jaden wants to win, he's going to have to attack with his monsters. He can't rely on those cards to get him the victory. Although he does have a lot of fusions. He's got 3 polymerizations, but I didn't give him Fusion Gate. So I thought that might balance it out a bit more by not giving Jaden the Dark Holes, the Fissures, those one-time cards just to rip your opponent to shreds. So if Jaden wants to destroy his opponent's monsters, he'll have to do it with his monsters. So we see Elemental Hero Prisma and now Elemental Hero Blazeman have taken control of the field. Legendary Swords equipped to Prisma as Weevil goes with another face down defense, and speak of the devil, Fissure. So no, Jaden doesn't have those sorts of cards. As we see Elemental Hero Voltic come to the field. And Elemental Hero Wildheart has come down. And Jaden activates Reload, so he throws away back into the deck, goes a polymerization. There's Warrior returning alive. And Elemental Hero Blazeman comes back, so Avian's in there, Burstinatrix is in there, Sparkman and Clayman, Bubbleman's in there. So mostly the Elemental Hero monsters that I found that weren't too overpowered and their effects weren't too broken. That's who's been put in. So I did give Jaden 2-pronged attack. That's a card that we haven't seen very often. It is an early edition card. Sacrifice 2 of your monsters to destroy 1 of your opponents. So heavy cost card, but I slipped that into Jaden's deck. As we now see Bladefly come to the field. So that does reduce all Earth monsters, and Bladefly gets rid of Elemental Hero Wildheart. So Weevil wide open though. There's Reinforcement of the Army. Card that very much suits Jaden's deck. He'll be able to pull one of his Elemental Heroes. Who's he going to go for? Avian? Okay, he could have drawn Sparkman, but Avian's cool as well. May even, at times, have Jaden go a little bit lax as well, just to try to keep things interesting. Avian goes in for an attack. Avian was one of my favorite Elemental Heroes, if I do say so as well. But with a 2000 attack on the field, I think Weevil's going to have a he's a deck test duelist. Weevil's like the dummy half that you were. Oh, okay. He's activated Monster Reborn and gone for Wildheart. Well, if Jaden summoned Sparkman, we wouldn't have this problem. Oh, Weevil's gone for a tribute. Is that... Oh, it's Empress Mantis. Okay, here we go. Weevil might be able to get some counterplay here. He does have two-pronged attack that he can use. He's got Elemental Hero Blaze Man in hand. And... Oh, Skyscraper. Great card. Again, maybe Jaden should have pulled... Oh, he could have done 22. It looks like he might be going for a two-pronged attack. Trap here to get that Empress Mantis off the field. Alright, Weevil with a face-down spell or trap, and there you go. Jaden goes for two-pronged attack. Skyscraper is a great card. It is a bit overpowered for Duelist Kingdom, but it was added because it's such an iconic card of Jaden's. We can't not have Skyscraper in Jaden's deck. 1,000 points during the battle, or during the battle step, I think, if the 1,000 points added on if the elemental hero is weaker than the opponent. As Weevil went with a defense, okay. Oh, there's Wing Karibo. Had to slip that into Jaden's deck as well. So yes, hopefully we will get to see multiple different fusions of Jaden's throughout the series. It also gives us a bit of an insight, and us here at the production as well. There's Sojin was also added to Jaden's deck. Also gives us here as well a chance to practice with the GX decks, because I admittedly as well, I'm familiar with GX, but I'm no expert on GX, that's for sure. Oh, Hero Signal, good card. I have that as well, Hero Signal. And special summon an elemental hero from the deck with that's effect. What has Weevil got face down? He is obviously not confident in it. There's Solomon's Law Book. Skip your own standby phase. I don't know why I added that to Jaden's deck. I just needed a filler card. And I threw it in there. In Yu-Gi-Oh! In Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses, Solomon's Law Book is a really good card. You get to like retake your turn. You can summon another monster to the field. Oh, Petite Moth. Oh, and now Cocoon of Evolution is equipped to it. It is an attack mode. Well, that's one reason why Weevil wasn't attacking. Oh, an Insect Armor with Laser Cannon. Okay, so well, that'll be 700 onto the little moth. Okay, interesting. To the battle for... Are you kidding me? Wow. Weevil went in for an attack. That is... This is not usually something you go to attack with. But that means Hero Signal will be able to be activated as well. I guess maybe Weevil's realizing that he may not win. Alright, there's Sparkman. Unless that face down that Weevil have is a defensive card, you wouldn't usually attack with a 700. Unless Weevil's losing his mind. Him and that round ass head of his and that bowl haircut. Alright, one turn. Oh, there's Burstinatrix. Again, she's a cool card as well. Alright, Burstinatrix goes for the bug and gets a win. May have been a mistake for Weevil to move that Cocoon of Evolution out of defense. Okay, that's why Weevil wasn't attacking. The other card was Caterpillar. Oh, Caterpillar, Caterpillar. There's Weevil now, 4 cards in hand. And goes with another defense. Maybe should have kept Cocoon of Evolution in defense instead of trying to get that perfectly ultimate Great Moth that he was going for. There's Elemental Hero Woodsman. A little bit of a later one. I don't remember that being early in the series, but I put that in Jaden's deck for functionality and for some added defense as well. As it can pull a polymerization. There's Big Insect. A big insect in the city. hiding under a chair, ready to bite an unsuspecting restaurant patron. And Weevil down to 600. Jaden still at 7,800. So Jaden possibly could go unbeaten. I'll tell you what, at the end of the series, we'll do a Becca versus Jaden match. That'd be dope. That'd be absolutely dope. The Becca who went almost unbeaten. Draw phase. Oh, that's a good card. Destroy spell trap cards equal to the number of elemental hero cards you control. There's infinite dismissal. And Jaden adds a polymerization from the effect of elemental hero woodsman. Down goes Righteous Justice, which is a great card. Oh, Magic Jammer. Counterplay from Weevil, doing his best as a perfectly ultimate great moth to the graveyard. And, oh, why would you do that? Why would you rip down, well, I guess it gives, oh, he's got no monsters to fuse. He's got 3 elemental heroes on the field and yet none of them are compatible for a fusion. That is, that is insane. Phoenix Enforcer, Mudball Man, Mariner, Inferno, Thunder Giant, Flame Wingman, Tempest, Wild Wingman. And if you ask me what all of their effects are, I don't have them all memorized, as Weevil was beaten in this first match. We will go to a match number 2, as the Nintendo Switch wants to have a hissy fit. Hurry up. There it goes. Alright. So we will only go for Jaden's perspective in this one, as we did with Becca. That is Zodiac Whiptail. Alright, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Weevil wins with rock. Ooh, that's an interesting hand. Okay, face down for Weevil. And he asks Jaden, just as he did Yuki, let's see how much you like my killer needle. Oh, Fusion Gate. I did put that in Jaden's deck. I thought I decided not to with Fusion Gate. Oh no, I did. That's right. I remember now. Fusion Gate was added to Jaden's deck because the opponent can also use it. That's right. I remember now. I changed my mind on Fusion Gate. I just read the effect then. So I did put it in after all. Oh, there we go. Alright, Fusion Gate is activated, and that means that Jaden can use Fusion Gate. So he can summon Wingman or Phoenix Enforcer. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. Can be destroyed by dark holes and fissures and trap holes of spikes and whatnot, so I thought that was okay to have in, but Jaden is gone for his classic fusion of Elemental Hero Flame Wingman, which is one of his signature and no animation scene? No animation scene for Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. Really? Huh, okay. I thought that was like his main guy. It does 1200, another 1200. It does, whenever it sends a monster to the graveyard, it does equal damage to the original attack. No, equal to the attack, not original attack, to the attack, even if it is powered up. I think that would still do damage. Elemental Hero Flame Wingman is a really good card, as we see. Elemental Hero Shadow Mist as well. 1000 attack. And winged Karibo in hand, as well as the reliable Guardian. The Elemental Hero Flame Wingman goes in for an attack on Giant Flea. And Weevil is running out of life points in this first match with Jaden Yuki, in which it's sort of like a test deck as well for going onwards. And I want to start to incorporate some of the GX characters just for fun at this stage as well. Now, what I have noticed with the seasons is that they do take a long time to get through. So I'm happy to bring forth some new characters. There's Elemental Hero Prisma. And it looks like this one is all over for Weevil. Now, Weevil is one of the weaker duelists. Oh, he goes with a 1000 attack and he wins it as well. 2100, 1700, Weevil is cooked. He had no chance. Weevil is one of the weaker players, so it's good to start with him. Obviously, Jaden will encounter some stronger opposition than Weevil. Well, that is all it for tonight. Jaden picks up his first win. He will be up again tomorrow, and he will play against Mako, I do believe. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.